Question for both Canelo and Crawford. This is a different type of fight week than you guys are used to. How has it been like so far during this historic week? And what's it like fighting at Allegiant Stadium in this historic weekend? I said this is a different type of fight week than you're used to. How's it been like so far, and how are you guys feeling 2 days out for one of the biggest fights in the history of sport?
I'm ready for whatever.
How has everything been going so far this week, and how are we feeling 2 days out from one of the biggest fights in the history of boxing?
I'm feeling great. You know, I'm ready to go shock the world.
No, I feel great. For me, this fight means a lot, and I feel great, ready. I can't wait for Saturday night. And thank everybody coming to support. Thank you.
And question for Canelo. You've been on the winning end of many historic performances. What will stand out this Saturday night against your performance against Terence Crawford?
You've been on the winning end of many fights in your life. How will this one stand out from all the others?
Oh, no, this fight for me is big. It's one of the biggest fights in my career for sure. Means a lot, this win, and it's going to be in the very top.
What will differ this Saturday against Canelo that will stand out amongst the rest as you look to cement yourself amongst the all-time greats in the history of the sport?
Well, anybody can be a nobody, and for what everybody say, I haven't fought anybody, so come Saturday, we're going to all see.
Go ahead, who's next?
Quick one for me in the back on the riser. Canelo, if you can answer this one first. This is also for Bud Crawford. So everyone's been talking about the hype with this fight week and how different it is. And you guys both mentioned about what this can do for the sport of boxing.
I think fights like this help the sport of boxing, you know, grow in the sense of having the best fight the best. And it ain't going to do nothing but make the sport better, and the best going to start fighting the best.
Yo, another question. This for Terence Crawford. In 2023, you said that this is the Terence Crawford era. After this fight, if you get a win and become the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, what would that mean for you, and how would that define you all time in boxing?
Well, it's going to be stamped in the history books, and the debate is going to be over.
Go ahead, who's next?
It hasn't been hard to dominate boxing for the past 10 years if I didn't love boxing, if I didn't love this sport, if I didn't dedicate myself, and I didn't think of being someone every day and being the best. It would be really hard, but I don't. I love this sport. It would be difficult if I didn't love this sport as much as I do. It does not mean it's easy. It involves a lot of effort, a lot of sacrifice, and that you love what you do.
Get it?
As Saul said, if you love what you do, it is not difficult. When you love what you do, things might be difficult, but if you keep on the effort and you keep on the discipline, it becomes easier.
Go ahead, who's got the next? Go ahead, sir.
Radio Raheem down here for Canelo. As big as this fight is, as much anticipation as there has been, pundits and fans still will call for David Benavidez once this fight is done. Is that a fight that you can see happening before the end of your career?
Look, I never say no to anything. We'll see later. But I'm focused 100% on this fight.
You brought Boots Innocent to camp. A lot has been made of that. Can you tell us what he contributed to training for Terence Crawford and what stylistically you were able to work on?
Always have great partners in the gym is good, because you always want a good sparring partners there, good partners in the gyms and the gym. And we have history. His older brother Derek Ennis helped me when I fought Shane Mosley. So we have history there in the family, and I'm glad he come to the camp and give me some good work.
Maru Kakopian with Ring Magazine. My first question is for Saul. Saul, a lot of people are saying you're past your prime, you can't knock out anyone, but Eddie Reynoso is saying this is the best you've looked in 20 years. What kind of a performance are you promising on Saturday night?
No, my best performance. I'm gonna put everything I have there in this fight, and you're gonna see all my elements there in the fight.
Eddie said it's going to be a knockout, so we have to ask, what round?
Oh, it's very difficult to say that. I prepare myself for everything, and you have one of the best fighters facing one of the best fighters too. But I'm gonna put all my elements. If the knockout come, good. If not, I'm gonna show why I'm the best.
And my question for Terence. Terence, we've seen Canelo get close scorecards. He got a draw against Mayweather. He got razor-thin decisions against Gennady Golovkin. How confident are you that you could get a decision if you clearly beat him?
Listen, that's not my focus. My focus is go out there and do what I do best, and that's win the fight decisively, and that's what I'm looking forward to do come Saturday.
We're on a global stage here on Netflix. A lot of people might not know your backstory, how you survived the shooting. How has that shaped your entire career and life after that?
Listen, like I said before, I'm here for a reason, and God don't make no mistakes.
And one last one for you, Dana. You're now officially promoting boxing shows. We have UFC lightweight champion Ilia Topuria saying he's going to knock out Terence Crawford. Can we expect some crossover boxing matches like you did with Mayweather and McGregor moving forward?
I certainly hope not.
Dana, this fight, as you said earlier in the week, is set to be the third highest gate in combat sports history. The second biggest gate you've promoted alongside Mayweather and McGregor. The top 5 gates in combat sports history come in boxing, and they come in the last 10 years. So my question to you is, why then do you want to make sweeping changes to the Muhammad Ali Reform Act that is meant to protect fighters, to bring about a business model that currently has your company already paid out $375 million in antitrust lawsuits and has 2 potential pending class action lawsuits on the way as well?
Well, this is obviously a long discussion. If you want to talk to me about that, set up an interview. This isn't about me and my business. It's about these 2 guys on Saturday night.
My follow-up, Dana, earlier this week, the California State Athletic Commission had a hearing about TKO trying to bring those changes to the Ali Act, and it was postponed 3 months.
Listen, I get it. You want to showboat right now. Set up an interview with me if this is really what you want to talk about.
It's America, baby.
If you have
First
questions
Amendment.
for these 2, ask them and you can set up an interview with me.
Dana, my follow-up is, if TKO can't make those changes to the Ali Act, will you still invest in the sport of boxing? Will you compete in the market?
Listen, if you want to be an asshole, let's do it in private and we can do an interview.
Yes or no?
If you want to showboat, I get it. If you have questions for these 2 that are fighting on Saturday, that's a different story.
Fight.
At a press conference for these 2 that are going to fight on Saturday, 2 legends. If you want to set up an interview with me and ask me these questions, let's do it one-on-one.
Sounds
and
good.
You can ask me anything you want.
All right.
Este sábado, ¿y qué significa para ti?
Canelo, throughout your career, you've been followed obviously by a lot of personalities, entertainment and music, and they have walked out with you and been with you. Can you maybe give us a peek of who could be here this Saturday?
Porque este momento lo hemos esperado toda mi carrera y quiero que sea.
This Saturday, we're walking out, just myself and the team. This moment we've been waiting for my whole life. So it's going to be myself and the team, just us. And how important it is for you to deliver on a promise for all the Mexican people. Always been very proud to represent my people, my roots, and my origins. And everybody knows how proud I am to be Mexican, to represent the country. And I'll tell you what, difficult moments mean great moments are coming, and great moments are coming for all of us.
My name is Kenny Bayless, and I'm with the official call. I would just like to make a quick statement. I've refereed both of you, and I would like to say good luck, fight hard, show your skills, and God bless you both on Saturday night.
Thank you.
For Saul and for Eddie, how do you feel to be such global legends in boxing? There are going to be a lot of people. The gate is going to be one of the highest in history. How do you feel to be such global stars in boxing, in the face of boxing?
Para poder aprender, para poder llegar a esto.
Very happy, and I've been telling people lately, I've been living my dream. I'm very grateful for the opportunities, for everything that I've had, and everything I know where I came from and where I've been, and we're working. I think that this is a moment for me, just a different moment in which, the parting of waters right here, so we can go towards bigger and better things. I am grateful for everyone that has been along the way, those who have stayed, those who have gone, but I've learned lessons from every single one of them. I'm very grateful and very proud.
And for Terence, are you ready to feel the Mexican power, Terence?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Cynthia Gonte, Best Women's Boxing Show, period. This question is for both of you, Canelo and Terence. Canelo, you are a 2-time undisputed king, and Terence, you're a 2-division undisputed king. Being undisputed isn't just about belts, it's about legacy. What does greatness mean to you now as you're about to go on the biggest stage of both of your lives on Netflix?
Well,
what does greatness mean to you now?
Greatness means everything to me now because I got something to do once again that no other fighter has ever done before. And that's become 3-time undisputed champion in the male division. My girl Clarissa, she did it in the female division, but I was the first one to do it in the male division for 2 times, and I'm gonna be the first one to do it 3 times.
And Saul?
Oh, greatness means this. No, being in big fights, winning, make all the accomplishments I already did. So I'm very glad with my career, and I'm gonna continue to do it.
Hi, this is Alan Dawson. I've got questions for both. For Canelo first. When Crawford was first rumoured to be an opponent for yourself, you seemed to dismiss him, saying he'd be too small and you wouldn't get credit for taking him on. What changed, and why did you take this fight after previously thinking you wouldn't get the credit for the win?
You know, at the beginning when everybody started talking about the fight, I never have it in mind, no? But after a lot of talk and when they really come and offer me the fight, and you can see how big is this fight, no? Because everybody's involved, and Netflix, Riyadh season, everybody involved around the fight, you can see how big it is. And 2 of the best fighters in this era fighting each other, you can see how big it is. And we need to thank Riyadh season and Turkey Al-Ashi and the Crown Prince Mohammed. They can put this fight in Saudi Arabia, and they choose put this fight here for the Mexican people, for the American people. So we need to, I'm very grateful with that, because you guys can enjoy this fight, once in a lifetime fight.
Thank you. Question for Bud. I'll go back to 2023. What you did to Errol Spence was one of the most impressive performances I've ever seen. I remember when you were telling me before that fight, you were confident you could beat Errol in anything, basketball, whatever he name it. Are you as confident you could beat Saul in boxing, strength, fitness on Saturday night?
Absolutely. The only thing he probably can beat me in is horseback riding, because I don't ride horses. But anything else, he don't come close.
Just a quick one for Dana. A narrative going into this fight. Obviously, this is a super fight, but this is also a coming out party for yourself and TKO. But you've been on this big stage before 8 years ago, Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather. Are there any similarities or differences in this promotion compared to that big one?
Yeah, it's very different. Obviously, it was MMA versus boxing. We went on an incredible world tour. This fight, I mean, when you have a guy who's jumping up 2 weight classes and already is considered the best, in the world in his division, taking on somebody like Canelo. When Sheikh Turkey asked me to be a part of this thing, there's absolutely no way you wouldn't do it. And I've enjoyed working with both camps and both of these guys. And as we get closer, the energy, and as you start everybody starts breaking down the fight and talking about all the attributes, it's going to be an incredible fight on Saturday night, and I'm honored to be here. Go ahead, ma'am.
Giandra LaBeouf, Best Women's Boxing Show, period. My question is for Brian Bomac McIntyre. Everybody has their theory about how this fight is going to go. What do you think is the most overhyped thing you've heard about Canelo and preparing Bud for the fight?
There's nothing really overhyped about him. He's a great fighter. I just think we the better fighter.
My next question is for Canelo. A lot of people are saying this is a 50-50 fight. Do you take this as respect for both of you, or do you take it as disrespectful that anyone would think that he's on the level you've placed yourself on?
No, I think they're right. 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters fighting each other is for a reason, and they're right. And I prepare myself because I know what I need to bring Saturday night.
Go ahead, ma'am.
2 questions. First for Terrence. Terrence, there's a lot of X's and O's and assumptions around this fight. Come Saturday, what are you most concerned with?
Nothing. We did all the preparation that we needed to do in the ring. We know Canelo is a tough task. We know everything about him. We know what we up against. That's another reason why we took this fight, because this is what Legends is made from. Is taking the chances and the risks like we're doing right now.
My second question is actually for Mr. Al-Sheikh. You've put on promotions all around the world, and this is your first big one here in Las Vegas. What do you make of the city that has such a storied history in boxing and its own legendary history when it comes to big fights? One more time.
Different atmosphere with great company, with great platform, with two legends.
Thank you.
Go ahead, sir.
First question is for Canelo. Canelo, you're the only active fighter that's made blockbuster deals with every single major promoter and platform. What are you most proud of? What you've accomplished in the ring or the business blueprint you're laying for future Mexican stars?
I'm proud about everything because I'm very disciplined, very responsible person, so respectful person too. I can work with everybody and they know I'm guaranteed because I'm loyal and I'm hard worker.
And my last question is for Bomac and Bud. The last time we seen you in a hostile environment like this was the Errol Spence weigh-in, and you made sure to tell everybody that you get active. So for the Canelo fans that might not know what that means, explain what getting active means.
You know, it's crazy because where I'm from, they say BTA, belt the ass. But I tell them I'm the buckle. It hurt more.
Y no reconoce esos números, y más siendo boxeadores, quiere decir que están ciegos. Esa no, o que quedaron mal, porque imagínate todo lo que ha ganado Saúl y todavía le ponen pero. Creo que ahí están mal y no necesitamos demostrar nada. Creo que 20 años de carrera, el día que se retire se van a escribir con letras de oro.
I think Saul does not have to prove anything to people. We have proven to people. The numbers are there. The stats are there. 20 years together. The past years have shown that he is one of the best. We don't have to prove to anybody. And when he retires, he's going to retire with a heart of gold. Saul, throughout your career, you've heard criticism and praise from everyone. But throughout right now, so do you think that after this is said and done and you retire, do you think that the Mexican people will consider Canelo Alves the best?
Desde ese entonces, imagínate, no hubiera logrado nada, ¿no? Me hubiera puesto a quejarme o victimizarme de, no, ¿y por qué hablan mal de mí? Y no me reconocen y no es... Al final de cuentas siempre me he enfocado en mi objetivo y si fuera fácil todos pudieran estar aquí.
I don't really care for what they say. I don't know if they're going to be to praise me or criticize me when it's all said and done. And you know, I don't listen to it because if I had listened to people throughout my career, I would have not worked as hard as I do and achieved all that I've done. I've focused on the job at hand, and that's why I've accomplished what I've accomplished. I just basically powered through and didn't matter what they said.
Gracias. This question is for Canelo, Crawford, and you, Dana. This is a match of a lifetime. How does it feel to make history as the first boxing match in Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas?
I agree with you 100%. For me, it's incredible.
For me, it's amazing. It's one of my biggest fights. Everything around is big. You can notice how big is this fight. And I'm glad to be here. One more for me.
For me, it feels great. For one reason, a lot of people for years always ran with this narrative that I fight nobodies, I can't sell, I don't have a personality, I'm this, I'm that, all these negative things. And look at all this, to see me fight Canelo. What can they say now?
Saúl, pareciera que ya no tienes absolutamente nada que demostrar, lo has ganado absolutamente todo. ¿Qué es lo que te mantiene motivado para seguir aceptando o buscando este tipo de retos?
So you have nothing else to show or to prove. You've done everything. What keeps you motivated to continue to tackle these challenges?
Me mantiene motivado. Sigo disfrutando mucho mis campamentos. Sigo disfrutando mucho el entrenamiento. Y esto es lo que me mantiene motivado. Estas peleas grandes.
These fights, these stages, these big fights, it's making history. That's what keeps me motivated. I love my camp. I love doing camp. I love going through camps for this. This is what keeps me motivated.
I'm Andreas from Boxing Mexico. 20 years ago, from Chololo, Larios, Jalisco, Mexico. How you feel about that? What a journey. But Athletic, Denver, when you close your eyes in front of these people right now, both fighters have achieved amazing thing. 20 years against 70 years of big career. How do you feel, Canelo?
I feel blessed. I feel blessed because since that day, I put this in my mind. This just what happened right now. So, and I just feel blessed.
Thank you. And Bud?
I feel great. I feel blessed. You know, it's been a long time coming. It's been long overdue. And come Saturday, I'm going to show the world what they've been missing out on.
Thank you. Have a great fight.
Go ahead.
So you spend your entire life pretty much preparing for people that are going to be bigger than you, and this time is a blast from the past. You're looking at training somebody who's more mobile, faster. What did you have to do, and what do you have to do for things on Saturday to be different than your last fight?
Sabes, ya no había necesitado de muchas cosas.
For quite some time, I didn't have to use many of these elements because the fighters were always bigger. Now we had to go back to the basics. Look at the speed, look at the power, look at the movement, the hips, everything else, and we know what we need to do to win.
¿Qué tal? Buenas noches. For both fighters, Canelo, please answer in Spanish. Of course, you both are right now future Hall of Famers, but also the end of your careers is more near than the start. How nostalgic are both of you that with all those great achievements, this is one of the last great fights that you both have?
Well, we don't know. We don't know if it's going to be the last. Digo que no puedo decirte si va a ser la última.
I mean, speaking myself personally, I don't know if this isn't the biggest fight. If not great things lie ahead. I'll tell you what, I'm focused on this fight. All I care about is this fight right now, and I'm just enjoying this historic fight and this opportunity. I'm enjoying this one because we don't know about the future and what lies ahead. Terrence? I'll set them. Terrence? Right now, after a long career, even though this is a great fight, you're near more towards the end of your career than the start. How nostalgic are you about this, and how do you feel about the fact that this is probably the last great big fight and possibly one of the greatest fights you've ever seen?
Well, really, I'm not focused on that right now. You know, I'm focused on the task at hand. I'm dialed in. You know, my only mission is Canelo. That's it.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead, sir.
William King, 95.7 The Boss out of Omaha. Bo Mack, with the victory on Saturday, where will this submit you in regards to being one of the greatest trainers?
We don't care nothing about that, man. We just want to work.
But everybody's been running from you. Everybody's been running from him. I've been seeing you chase Spence for almost a couple years. What does it feel to have this opportunity that Canelo said yes? And Canelo, but why did you say yes to Bud in this fight? Thank you.
It feels great. You know, for me, it couldn't happen at a better time. You know, this is my time, like I've been saying, and come Saturday, I'm just going to show the world.
I like to share the ring with the great fighters. That's why.
I'm going to take two more questions. Go ahead, sir.
Listen, I'm not the one to answer this question. At the end of my career, my numbers are going to speak for me. And I'll tell you what, I'm very, very happy and very grateful for what I've done so far.
All right, this is the last question. Go ahead, sir.
His Excellency, you have the opportunity to disrupt the sport. And you have an opportunity this Saturday to give Canelo Alvarez $100 million. Why not? Saul Canelo Alvarez, for the first time, a Mexican sports figure with a guaranteed purse of at least $100 million. How do you feel about that?
No, you get the number wrong. The contract between us and Canelo, more than that.
El contrato es un poquito más grande que eso.
Yeah, congrats, Canelo. Taking them belts and all that stuff, too. But shout out to all my Latino and Mexican fans, because I know y'all out there, too. I appreciate y'all. I know some of y'all over there booing, but I still got some of y'all out there that support Team Crawford. And I would like everyone to give Turkey Al-Sheikh a hand and a round of applause, because without him, none of this would be possible. So thank you, Turkey. Appreciate you.
All right, let me pick up where Bud just left off. I see you, Shakur. Look, what does it feel like? A lot of boxing fans here. So I'm a boxing fan. I know what this feels like. It feels like your birthday or it's a holiday or something. You're about to open a present when you get a fight like this. Am I right? It feels so... Let me tell you why boxing might be entering a golden age right now, and this super fight, which is the biggest fight in a decade, might set it off. Because you all love boxing, right? I mean, especially Mexican and Mexican-American fans, you've been keeping boxing alive. And for the first time in so long, the people bringing you this present love boxing. Let me start with His Excellency, Turki Al-Sheikh. Let me start with him because if he's never born, none of us are here right now. This was his idea. And then Dana White. Dana White is the greatest combat sports promoter in my lifetime. He built an institution. You know why boxing's not as popular as it used to be anymore, right? UFC is really popular. That's because of Dana White. He built something like the NBA. Stop now, because he's about to do it for boxing again. For boxing now. You want an NBA or an NFL in boxing? Here it comes. Because he knows how to build an institution. And how do you do that?
Boxing is big. You know how big is boxing.
Should it get bigger? Should it get bigger?
Maybe it's gonna be bigger, but look, boxing is always big and big and bigger and bigger and bigger. We need to talk about that too. Boxing is boxing.
I love Canelo in English, by the way. I love it.
Boxing is boxing.
No lies. No lies.
So how do you do it? So how do you do it? You have someone like...
My respect for the sport. Great job, everything, but boxing is boxing.
You have someone like Turki Al-Sheikh. You have someone like Dana White. And then you go out and get the most competent executive there is. That's Nick Khan, WWE's own Nick Khan. Guys, this is who's bringing you the event. This event will be the most watched boxing match. I mean, championship level boxing match. I see you, Lennox. Championship level boxing match in almost 50 years because of Netflix. More people will watch this than any fight since Muhammad Ali fought Leon Spinks in 1978. And what we have here are two of the all-time greats. Canelo Alvarez is not just one of the greatest fighters in the history of Mexico. He's one of the greatest fighters, period. And when you're being compared to Mexican legends like Julio Cesar Chavez and Salvador Sanchez, you know you've done something right. And Terence Crawford, let's be honest, has never come close to losing a fight in his entire career. He's never come close. When people my age tell you about Hagler and Leonard and Duran and Tommy Hearns and those kind of fighters, and by the way, Sanchez and Gomez and the great fights from years ago, this is one of those, and you're all a part of it. Canelo, you have anything else to say?
You're right there.
Bud?
See y'all tomorrow.
Before we go, I want the man who's responsible for all this, for making this happen, His Excellency, Turki Al-Sheikh, to say a few words.
First of all, hello everyone. I hope you enjoy Saturday, one of the greatest fight ever in history of boxing. Two legends in the big platform in the world, Netflix. I want to go for a second for the history back forward, and I want to talk about event. Some guy here in the same table with me responsible about it 10 years ago. They name it the biggest fight in the history of boxing. I mean Richard. Richard, say hi to Richard. Richard have the record, the best 3 record doing event in the history of boxing. And he's the manager of Canelo. 1915, they say this is the biggest fight in the history of boxing. And I remember I was very mad to paying $100 for this burning match or fight. Tomorrow, after tomorrow, and Saturday, we will see one of the 2 greatest fighters of all times. The king of boxing, the king of his division, Canelo Alvarez, the face of boxing now, or Terence Bud Crawford, undefeated, who have maybe making the history for the first time, 3-time undisputed in 3 divisions. I must say it. They talk a lot about the knee of Canelo. They talk a lot of the shoulder of Crawford. It is all rumor, it's not truth. And I want to say something. Thank you also to Canelo to accept this fight and accept to do it. Honestly, we signed with the Canelo the biggest history contracts ever happened in boxing for 3 fights. And Saturday, I hope to see great fight. They will give everything, and I hope, first of all, their safety. And in the end, I have a small question for Ash. Do you believe what I am saying now? I want to see Saturday blood, smashing faces, and broken bones.
That's the point, right?
This is the pain.
And the new.
Now, he will announce it now.
Thanks for coming out tonight, everybody. We appreciate it. We're going to face these guys off for photo ops. We'll see you at the weigh-ins.
This one here now, man, is gonna be even bigger. It's on a bigger platform. It's on Netflix. They're gonna have millions of viewers out there. And like I said, if Bud was a household name, like a Mayweather, like a Pacquiao, the fight probably would have been even bigger than what it actually is. It's huge, don't get me wrong, but Bud's name is just not, it don't hold the weight of what a Mayweather and a Pacquiao and a Canelo, you know, it don't hold that kind of weight. But I'm glad that he getting his chance, he's getting his opportunity. Now, if he wins, I think his superstardom will go through the roof. It's just unfortunate it's towards the end of his career. But once again, the fight itself, once again, man, it's one of them once-in-a-lifetime things that boxing fans are really, you know, we getting a treat, man. We really are getting a treat. Now, who do I think is going to win? I'm picking Bud to win, but I got to be honest. When we talking about, if you're talking about ring IQ, skill, pound for pound, punching power, as far as their power in their respective weights, I got Bud. The only thing, like I said, I think Bud has most of the advantages going in. Obviously, the one thing is the size. They're fighting at 168 for all the undisputed titles, but Canelo gonna be 200 pounds on fight night. After the weigh-in on Friday, he gonna come in, he gonna, you know, make his weight 168, but he gonna be a bulldog on fight night, bro. He gonna be between, I believe Canelo coming in between 190 and 200 pounds. Bud ain't never fought nobody that big. Errol was probably close to it, but once again, Errol was scared. Errol was scared of Bud. I think Errol went in there knowing that he couldn't beat him. I think he went in with a defeated mindset already, because Errol was probably close to that too, but Canelo is different, bro. Canelo done fought many a champions. Canelo has fought some of all the best fighters there is to fight. He done moved up in weight. He done fought light heavyweight guys at 210, 215. So Canelo is he's a truck, bro. He's a bulldog because he's short and he's so stocky. But also he hit like a truck, bro. And man, Terrence ain't never been hit with nothing like that, bro. He ain't never been hit like that. And like when Canelo coming with them body shots and he touching him in his body, and when Canelo swings and he throws, bro, he throws with conviction, bro. He throws to knock you down, bro. Like he not one of them pop guys that try to win. No, bro. He hits you. He's trying to knock you out. He really thumps. And especially to the body. So I don't know how Terrence is going to react, you know, to those hits when he's taking them, because Terrence like to fight, bro. Terrence is a fighter. He's not Floyd Mayweather as, you know, I'm moving around the ring, defense, tap, trying to point you out and trying to school you and hit and not get hit. Nah, man, Terrence is a brawler, bro. Terrence is a fighter. He going there. He uses his IQ and his ring generalship and all that, but Terrence is going to fight, bro. He's a killer. He's trying to knock you out. So he's coming to fight. So he going to stand in the pocket and trade with you. Even though he's a counterpuncher, he's going to trade. So he's going to get hit, bro. He gets hit in his fights because he's looking to come back and counter and, you know, get that knockout.